When I first came to uni, I didn't know what to expect. It was odd to find myself living with complete strangers in a new city miles away from home. I was worried I wouldn't get on with my flatmates. What as if they didn't like me, or what if they were really weird? Everyone was on their best behaviour to begin with, being polite and interested, keeping the noise down. That only lasted about 2 weeks. Then the food stealing started. At first it was just a scrape of butter here, or a drop of milk there. Then it started getting more extreme, to the point where your dinner for that night had already been cooked and eaten, leaving you with nothing but crumbs. Lesson learned: hide your food.
Well, my mum did all the cooking at home, so when I came to uni I had no clue. I think I had food poisoning myself 3 times by trying to cook chicken in the microwave. See, I wasn't even aware that raw meat can't touch other food, and when you live in a disgusting dirty plate-filled flat, cooking in this unhygienic environment is quite a skill.
You meet so many new people at uni, and because everyone is in the same position, it's easy to make lots of friends. But the friends you make when you first move aren't always the ones that stick around.
Being a design student, we are told we should never use our first idea. The whole point of the course is to experiment, play around, not be precious, and use different techniques to come up with something new. What I've learned is that your first idea should never be your last.
I knew student life would be pretty wild, but pre-drinking at flat parties combined with cheap student drinks have left me and my friends in some pretty bad states. But there's been plenty of nights I've woken up and not remembered what happened the night before, and I've literally had to scroll through my calls, my texts, and apologise profusely because that was very, very humiliating.
At uni, drugs are so easy to get your hands on, and it's tempting to experiment with all you can, but there are so many things that could go wrong. I mean, it might not even be a real drug, and you've got no idea what gets put into pills that people are so willing to take. I mean, one of my friends was up for 48 hours straight, not responding or knowing what she was or where she was, what was going on. It's scary, it's dangerous, and it's really not worth the risk.
I go out at uni probably 3 times a week, and that's just clubbing. All the other nights I'm down at the pub, drinking away my loan. We always head out to the bar, intending on having just a couple, and somehow finding ourselves in Oceana dancing to cheesy club classics. Normally on our own, as we always leave our friends we came out with. The worst thing is taking your debit card out. That dreaded moment when you look at your bank balance the morning after and you just think, why did I do that? Still, I never learn. When we go out, there's always a drama, whether it be getting kicked out of the nightclub for being too drunk or not having enough money for the taxi and having to crawl back into hall.
During the summer, a friend of mine caught an STI, and it just made me more aware that you can't judge a person. You never know what a person can carry around. I mean, some STIs aren't even noticeable. You can have an infection for months, even years without noticing, but no one ever listens to parents.
The walls are very thin in student accommodation, meaning they often overhear things you really wish you didn't, if you know what I mean. The music is the most annoying thing though. Listening to the same beat vibrating through the walls from my flatmates from every night really does my head in. Just shut up!